Hi everyone, we're on our way home from our 5th PupScouts class, and I just want to give you a little table of contents for this video. At first, I'm going to review all the things we have been learning. So I'll tell you things that they know for sure. They're good. They can practice these things with their parents, and I would expect them to apply in the same exact way and have the same performance as they do with me. And also I'll review the things that we're going to work on today. And then I'm going to show you parts of the day and things that we do. I'm going to show you examples of how I teach the dogs, how I practice with the dogs for each of these commands. Enjoy! Hi pet parents and hi people who are following along online. We are in week 5 of PupScouts. Very exciting. So we're starting month 2, which is the intermediate level of learning. So I'm going to look at our tentative. This was just my plan that I put together beforehand that was, you know, part sort of structure, but also an experiment. And definitely I'm open to, you know, what happens every week. Excuse me. What happens every week is up to fate and the dogs and the weather and all the other factors. So some things we've accomplished early, some things we may accomplish, it looks like, late. So here we go. So today we're gonna review and work on some new things. The review is, okay, as a release, off-leash recall. So I'm either stationary or walking in the other direction and I say this way, or possibly I say come, although I never really use that when I'm out with my packs, and it's so boring. I don't really recommend people use it. It's just not an effective tool when you're just standing there. So really, I think what I stick with mostly in this course is this way. Swimming skills, we did work on that for 3 whole weeks, and 2 of the pups are still struggling a little bit. They still need form work, which will put us kind of pushing off this schedule a little bit with that. We'll need some extra time. Swimming with a kayak is the same. That's the piece. We've done the other stuff, but we haven't gotten to the kayak piece of the work yet. Running with a dirt bike, a mountain bike. We started doing that last week really intensively, and it's going super well. Go ahead, which is mostly used, you know, when I'm about to go onto terrain that's a little sketchy, a little dangerous potentially, you know, easy for me to trip or fall, or it's a cliff or something, you know, something where I don't want a dog running into me or trying to get past me while I'm in the middle of doing it. So telling them to go ahead of me. Now here's the new stuff. Stay with me. So I say it in that tone, in that cadence. Stay with me. Stay with me. So that is a very hard one to teach. I will be teaching that today using the speed of my dirt bike, along with the influencers who will show the PupScouts what I mean when I do that. Same thing with wait for me. That one I absolutely have to do this week because Raven is having her hip surgery in 2 weeks. So she will be out, and she is the primary gatekeeper, goalkeeper, whatever it is, to show people, to show the dogs. It's because she's the pack leader, and her natural tendency, she knows she has a job. It's to, Raven, this way. She leads everyone, she's the first. So if I then say, wait for me, meaning you don't have to return to me, but just stay where you are until I can catch up, she's the one to really teach that. Nobody else knows it the way she does, and no other dog can have the effect of teaching the way she does. So we will work on that this week and next week with her. Go back. We started last week, and stay back. So go back. The difference is they're starting from another place. I tell them to go back. They go behind me, and then 3 minutes later, 5 minutes later, I still want them to stay back. So just like stay in that position behind me. So 2 different commands. I think today is going to be an amazing day, and hopefully you at home, or you, the parents, will be practicing those things as much as you can. Of course, the dogs understanding that these rules don't apply just to me if I'm working with them in person, but they apply to their families as well. It's really important for them to just get that piece of it. Go get water. And don't worry, that is not coming from the sewer. That is just transferring water from a stream that goes under a road. I'm going to show you how, and I'm not sure if you'll be able to perceive it with the video, but we'll try. How I'm going to be weaving back and forth. You can see how wide this path is here. I'm going to be basically, if a dog is right here, I'm going to be cutting them off in front of them. And that is to teach them how to stop, to move the other way, to get out of the way. The idea that they should give enough respectful space around a bike, a dirt bike, whatever you ride, that they have no chance of getting hit by it. And that also can apply to someone's feet. Basically anything that a human is on, they need to give at least 1 foot to 2 feet, depending on the situation. If they're in front of you, it should be even more than that. But let's see how they do. All right. I was also varying speeds, FYI. So now I'm going to attempt to tell them to go ahead while on the dirt bike. Let's see how that goes, because they've never tried it before, and they only started learning go ahead last week. And in this situation, I can't use my hand to give them the hand signal that I usually would use. Go ahead. Go ahead. Good job, Sunshine. Good girl. Go ahead. Go ahead. Go. Go ahead. Go ahead, Yuji. Go ahead. Okay, so Sunshine did it for a minute. Good girl. Go ahead. Go. Go ahead. Good girls. Good job. They just want treats. Good girls. They actually... So as soon as I say, good job, because they start, I probably should have toned it down a little bit and said good instead. Where is my treat thing? All right, come join us in real time. We are hiking now, partially because we're on a trail where it's rained here recently, and I don't want to run over salamanders with my bike, which might sound crazy. But I look for them and try to move them off the trail. Let's see, we're just gonna practice in a normal amount of time, given where we are. all the things that we discussed and reviewed at the beginning of the video. Go ahead. Go ahead. Go ahead. Good. This way. Good. Good. And partially why I'm doing this, I don't want anyone to think that we are constantly doing these commands. I'm also letting them have fun. This way! Go ahead. Go. Go ahead. Good. As soon as the trail, if it does, become narrower, that's where we're going to start practicing go back and stay back. And it's going to be harder for me with only one hand, but we'll see how it goes. I don't know if anyone just noticed that, but Poppy, our influencer, she's, if you don't know, in the normal wild pup packs, she just moved to the side as I was approaching her. She didn't wait in front of me for me to say, move. She moved to the side because she already knows that. This way! Good job. Good. Okay. Stay back. Stay back. Nope. 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 L. Go back. Go back. Jonah. Go back. L. Go back. Good. Stay back. Hey, no, Wally. Wally, go back. Good boy. Good boy. Stay back. Stay back. Stay back. Good. Stay back. Stop. Good job, everyone. Look at you. Look at you. You good dog. You good dog. Good job, everyone. Where's Elle? She's sniffing something. Elle, you want a treat? I thought you already got one, Wally. I feel like I'm giving doubles here. Okay. I'll probably have to say move too, else that's what usually happens. Oh, look at that. She's giving more space now. She's learning to not even get near my knees or my feet. Very good. lots and lots of spider webs. Move, move. Okay, so if you notice that, I don't know if you could see it, I tapped her heels with my feet. Didn't hurt her, but it was like a little tap on her feet. Of course, that's awkward. She doesn't like that. I might also use my knee and just give her a little butt tap. But that's how I've been training her so far, and she's been doing so much better. And we only started about 30 minutes ago. This is her second week learning that and working with that. So we're gonna turn around now. This way! Ah, that was good. Elle moved away again. Okay, so my foot had to hit her foot again. But other times I had to just walk right into her like that. So the key is don't stop. And it's not rude. You're not hurting your dog. You're not hitting them hard. You're not, it's just you're saying to them, I'm not gonna move around you. Like you're not the one that is being catered to here. I am walking on a path. Don't get in my way. And of course, in this situation, people might say, who cares? Just walk around them. I'm training them so they don't walk in front of you when you're on a cliff. So I've been a backpacker my whole life, and I've done some really sketchy things. Hold on. I've been on knife's edge, what do you call it? A ridge line, pretty much. But not really a ridge line, it's smaller than that. But anyway, a foot, 2 feet width, and you've got sheer cliffs on either side. Go ahead. So I did that to Yuji because no one wants a dog right next to their leg. That doesn't move. That was my dog. And he's hunting, so he's a little dense right now. But sheer cliff, either side, and most people don't do that kind of thing, of course. But some people do. And if you have a dog and you hike with them, you backpack with them, you need them to not be there, or somebody might fall and die. I mean, that's a real possibility. It depends how extreme you go, but I want dogs to be ready for anything. Go ahead. Go ahead. Good. Good dogs. Good job. Go ahead. Go ahead. Good. Okay, so did you just see how Yuji moved out of the path? He was like, no, I don't really want to hike in front of you, but I know that I need to get out of your way. So that was really good. All right, I think that's enough for that demonstration. I hope that helped. I figured out a very dorky way to put this selfie stick. It's in my, it's through my belt and then into my pants pocket, but it seems to be working all right so far. So let's see. So I'm gonna start training them with the new stuff for this week. And the new stuff is easy and wait for me. So easy means slow down. You're going fast, you need to start slowing down. And wait for me is you're ahead of me, you need to stop where you are and wait till I catch up. Now, they're pretty hard to teach. Easy is actually easy to teach, but wait for me is a hard one. And Raven is not going ahead. I think her hip is hurting today. We'll see. Hopefully she'll go ahead so we can do wait for me. But we're gonna first do easy. Now, how am I gonna teach this? I'm gonna teach this by dirt biking, but you can also do this when hiking pretty fast. And then I'm gonna slow down and the dogs are gonna see the difference in speed and they'll practice. So I'm gonna go fast. Easy. Easy. Good. Okay. Easy. Easy. Stop. L, stop. Good. Good. Okay. Sunshine, move. Okay. Sunshine, go back. Good girl, good girl. Easy. Easy. Stop. Okay. There's a huge herd of elk or deer. Huge. The amount of hooves I just heard running away was like extraordinary. So that bark was Raven telling me she's on the hunt. She has a special bark that means she's hunting and she's chasing. She's like in mid-chase. She either lets me know or she lets the pack know, but that's what it is. Sometimes she does it 3 times. I don't know yet if there's like a difference in 2 or 3 with her. I really hadn't thought deeply about it, but I'm sure there is a difference. Sunshine, you just came back. And I have to say, Elle, we thought that she would run off after Jonah and the pack and after animals. She stayed. She's still on the trail up there. So I'm gonna pause it and just focus on the pack right now. I think Yuji did go off on the chase. I'm going to just look at my tracker and see where they are on the map. I can still hear Raven, so I'm not worried. But I'm gonna watch and see where Yuji goes. And if I whistle or call, I'm gonna see how quickly he might turn around. And I'll probably start the video again to show you exactly what happens. So I'm just waiting here quietly. I'm reading my map to see where they are. Yuji's on his way back. Oh, look at that. So Yuji followed Raven back, which is amazing. Good girl, Raven. Good boy, Yuji. Good boy. Good girl, Raven. So the day that Yuji met Raven, the meet and greet, he took to her in a way, I don't know if anyone else noticed, but he took to her in a way where he was following her and doing body language, which indicated to me he was looking up to her. And that's exactly what I want to see at a meet and greet. Lately, you know, Raven's been out of commission for the regular adventures, but hopefully with her new hip, she'll be able to be our leader again. But for PupScouts, I brought her on the meet and greets, and I wanted to see that everyone respected her and followed her leadership. So you can see Yuji is gone again. Ella's here, Sunshine's here, Poppy's here, Raven's here. So my boys, Jonah and Wally, are still on the hunt, And Yuji, even though he came back for a little check-in with Raven, Raven stayed and he went off again. So let's see where Yuji is. He's not far. He's right over there, somewhere in the woods. It looks like he's making his way. Oh, now he's going farther away. So let's see, because I don't have trackers on Wally and Jonah. It would be interesting. Actually, now I'm thinking I should have put one on Jonah at least. No one's following Wally, but I wonder if Yuji is following Jonah right now. I'm going to increase the time in between updates so I can see in more detail how he's moving. Interesting. Jonah has just returned and Wally is now returning, but no sign of Yuji. So now that I know everyone's here except Yuji, now it's going to depend if he has a good sense of direction. Now, depending on where I see him now, I will decide if I'm going to whistle for him or not. If he's close, I'm not going to whistle. If he's far away, I will. Like if I can see he's going in the wrong direction. Where is this dude? Let's see. I'm zooming out more and more, so that tells you something. Oh, he's quite far. He is as far as he was the first time. Now he's circling back to where he was the first time at the farthest distance. He might recognize that area and then take the trail back that he took in the first place, possibly the same herd path that he took in the first place to come back. Yeah, he is going back right in that area, and I wouldn't be surprised. He probably followed the same herd path that the elk were following that crossed this path, this trail. So if that's the case, he should be coming back in a couple of minutes. Okay, now he's back on the same path. I think I might hear him in the distance. So question is, should I call to him and tell him where we are? Or should I let him try to figure it out? Yuji! Ah, he actually just went beyond the path he took back. Yuji, come! That's interesting. His collar just lost reception. Why? I don't know. All right, I'll let you know what happens. So I did just use my whistle. I don't have my usual whistle that I carry, but just know if you get one of the big brand backpacks, and probably the small brand too at this point, there's a whistle on your clip. And I always whistle twice. First time is just to get their attention. Second time is so they can like triangulate where I am. I don't do it 3 times because that's an emergency call for people. I don't want anyone thinking there's an emergency where with us. And time will tell if he returns. So at this point, it's been about 10 minutes for Yuji being away from us. I'm hoping to meet up with him at the intersection with this trail. Yuji, come! I've definitely given him plenty of opportunities whistling for him to triangulate our position here. Yuji, come! Now, I don't start worrying personally until it's been about 20 minutes. And certainly I'm not going to worry today because he has a GPS on him. One thing I'm going to make sure to do is, as soon as he's getting really close, I'm going to start moving, and I'm going to say this way because I want him to feel rushed and panicked a little bit. I want him to feel that we may not wait for him. He needs to, you know, be in touch more and be more aware. Come on, Yuji! So he has been in the same spot for a while, so we're going to see if we can find him. It's possible he treed an animal, which means there was an animal that ran up a tree, and he's just standing at the tree. Oh, something just smelled really bad over there. Dogs do tree cougars, but usually it's a pack of hounds. Yuji, come! So we're closer to him now. Yuji, come! I think if he was stuck, he would be crying because he is vocal sometimes. Yuji! Shows that he's very close. Yuji! He did yelp once. When he was out here, I really hope he didn't tear the collar off and the collar is just sitting there. That would not be good. Yuji! It gets really nasty over here. But it's showing that he's right over here. I think he lost the collar. So I'm gonna have to start digging around in all this mess, see if I can find it. Come on, Yuji! I think this is him. Yuji, come! No, that is Jonah. Damn it. Oh my God. I just found him. What is going on, sweetheart? What happened? Are you okay? Oh my gosh, it took me so much perseverance to try to find him. The collar was not pinpointing accurately. Sweetheart, are you okay? Can you get up? Did you hurt yourself? All right, so I need to do some checking on him and see what's going on. Damn. They just gave me a run for my money. I've never seen anything like that. Ella's on her way back, apparently, but Yuji over here, I've never seen a dog just stop and lay down in thick, 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 thick brush. All like brambles and thorns and stuff. I mean, it kind of makes sense, but he has a thick coat. I mean, I don't think that would have bothered him that much. I don't know why he just lay down. The only thing I can think is at the very last few moments I buzzed his collar. I don't know, but he just laid down. And so the point is, I thought his collar came off because it was just still, no movement whatsoever. Elle, come! No movement for 10, 15 minutes. I thought the collar was lost, but I couldn't find it. And what I learned, because this has never happened before, this doesn't always lead you exactly to where you need to go. And even if you put it into the mode, this is a 200i Alpha Garmin. If you put it into the rescue mode and you put it into, what was I gonna say? Sorry, my brain is a little, you put it into the mode where it gives you the direction of the dog and the amount of feet in whatever direction. Even if you follow that, it's not totally accurate. This area was like 15 feet, not kidding, of stacked, different heights of trees that were fallen, and then brambles everywhere. Come on, Elle. Good girl. Good girl. What happened to you? Jeez. She took the opportunity while we were trying to find Yuji to go off on her own, and it was so thick that I didn't even know that she took off. So anyway, he was just laying down, waiting. And you know, I thought to myself, okay, it's a lost collar. The collar fell off of him. It's just laying there. Who cares if I don't find it? I should just go back to the van and look for Yuji, because he probably separated from the collar and went to the van. But something in my mind, even though with that reasoning, you would say, go back to the van, because obviously the dog is more important. Something in my mind was like, no, you've got to find exactly where the signal is coming from. And it's a good thing I did, because it ended up being still attached to him. I mean, it would be weird if it came off of him. I have it, you know, at a good tightness. But yeah, something in my gut was like, no, you gotta find that spot. So it took forever going on all the layers. I mean, this is ridiculous, but we have a good ending. Now I just have to figure out why he did that. All right, we have about 45 minutes to an hour left. I dropped the dirt bike and we're gonna practice on foot. Stay with me and maybe wait for me. But we're just mostly right now gonna work on stay with me. So here's how I do it. L, stay with me. Good. L, good girl. Stay with me. Good girl. Good girl. You're such a good girl. Why are you being weird? You good girl. Okay, stay with me. Now basically, anyone who goes too far ahead, I'm gonna call them out. Poppy, stay with me. Wally, stay with me. Good. Good job. Good job. Jonah, Wally, stay with me. Good boy, Jonah. Good boy. You're such a good boy. Yes, you are. Good job, Wally. Guys, no hunting. Good boy, Jonah. They know what it means, no hunting. But they're going ahead. That's why they're going ahead. Good job. Stay with me. Good dogs. Good job, Elle. Good girl. Good job. Good job, Yuji. Good job, Sunshine. Good dogs. Yeah, you're such a good girl. You're such a good girl. You're such a good boy. Oh, silly boy. Good job, you guys. Good boy. Good girl. Good girl. Yeah, stay with me. Good job. Elle, wait for me. Good. Good. Elle, hey, wait for me. Hey, Elle. Well, good girl, good girl. All right, so that was interesting. So basically, I'll say so I tried wait for me, which just means they need to stop. Anytime she moved again, I was like, I made a noise or a sound that was like, no, don't do that. Anytime she just paused, I was like, good. But she decided to come back to me, which isn't wrong, you know. So I praised her for coming to me because as a default, that's always good. But really, she didn't have to. So this is a good time for a test. Elle, wait for me. Elle, good. Wait for me. Okay, good, good. Thank you for coming back. That's not bad. That's not bad, good girl. That's not bad. Good, good, good. In time, she'll learn. She doesn't have to come back to me with that, but better than nothing. At least they're all responding. So let me just make clear how I train wait for me. So I'll say, and Elle just did wait for me. That was cute because we've been working on it a little bit. So basically, they get ahead of me a good distance, like in a distance where they're not really walking with me at that point. And then I say, wait for me. Well, I say the name and then wait for me. And with the name, they should look up at me and make eye contact and pause. And as soon as they pause, like stop advancing, that's where I say, good dog. If they start going forward, continue going forward, then I'll make a sound or say something that indicates that's not what I want for them to do. If they decide to come back to me, that's fine. I'll praise them for coming back to me even though they don't have to. In time, they'll learn there's a difference between like wait for me and stay with me. And they learn the difference based on tone and context and what everyone else does too. Thanks so much for joining, and I'll see you on the next video.